I'd like to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of Rule Well, and salutations to the Akim around the world, pushing this truth in sincerity. I'd like to do a short class entitled Distractions and Temptations. As for men, there are many different distractions and many different temptations, but the two major ones is women and riches, which is also why you realize most of the saints let's be at a low estate and the women just get them hell. So there's Deuteronomy 7 verse 4. This was one example of women causing men to error back in the days. It say I'll start from verse 3. It says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy you suddenly. And that's one of the biggest distractions for women. And also one of the hardest things to actually avoid. I had many men who fall to women in the past. They don't fall to women, they fall to riches. There's always the two major ones men will always fall to. And it not laws to instruct you about it. It say they Deuteronomy 17 verse 17. It say, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. So this was even written in the book of the law for you to take heed of. Because as soon as money and women started turning away from the Most High, the anger of the Most High will be kindled against you. And even one of the wisest men in history happened to fall to this. So they 1 Kings 11, I'll start from 3. They say, and he had 700 wives, princesses, right, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. So this is when they was talking about when Solomon went off. And women is mostly the biggest distraction for some men, because it's not even all the riches Solomon had that turned him away now. It's the wives he had that turned him away. It says, for it came to pass when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Amorites. So it's not just one god he turned away to serving it. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, and as did David his father. Then did Solomon build an high place to Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. So Solomon used to talk to the Most High in visions. Most High used to bless Solomon. He didn't know the power the Most High had, and he only had one God, and still women caused him to turn to serve other idols that you have to build with wood and stone. I used to show you how serious temptation is. And temptation and distraction kind of hand in hand. See verse 8. See, and likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burn incense and sacrifice unto their gods. So he didn't just go off a little bit on it. He went all the way off. From being the most renowned man in the whole, probably in the world at that time. He went from that to nobody. He depart from the Most High, and his women cause him to do it. That's why you just have to keep your heart focused on the Most High only, especially in times like this, because you have temptation around you right now on a major level. And imagine he was rich and fall to temptation. Imagine for men now who striving in the world who don't have much. You will have more temptation than him because you have less than he did. So in Matthew 6 verse 21, it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. That's why we only supposed to have one treasure right now, which is in heaven. Everything else here is just utilize while you're here. But it's not to treasure it in the sense that you'll have your mind focused too much on it. But we see what happened from experience when you have your mind too much on things of the world. And that is also why most of us doesn't have much. Most of us not gonna win the lotto and have a big set of money, because the Most High want to preserve us to make sure that we don't go off like how these men went off in the past. So there's Psalms 97 verse 10. It say, ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints, which is what he does do with us right now. So you realize most of the things that you'll probably like, you realize you don't get, because you get to see from experience what has happened to people who get exactly what they want. Every time they want it, you will start to be conformed to this world. You wouldn't want to leave here to go back where you're supposed to be, or to actually want a righteous kingdom. You go want to make your kingdom here. They say he preserved the soul of his saints, he delivered them out of the hand of the wicked. And that is the main point. We right now in the hands of the wicked. If you used to make your abode with the wicked here and be rich like them, you wouldn't want to leave. All those things will distract you from your duty and distract you from how you're supposed to be as a man of the Most High, which is something he don't want. So this is a short lesson on distractions and temptations. Always try to keep in mind that it have plenty. Even though for a man it will come in two major things, it have many distractions and temptations. But the scriptures say where your heart is, where your treasure is there your mind will be also. So always try to focus on the main point. Everything here is to utilize, as the scriptures say, those who use this world but not abuse it. But it's not something to conform yourself to, because it as I see often, it's very easy for a man to get distracted and go back into the world, studying the things of the world. With that, I like to say Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of Ruwell, and salutations to the Akim around the world that push the truth in sincerity. Shalom.